Ladies and gentlemen, friends, this is Jason and his wife Rebekah, amazingly talented people. Um, how are you guys doing this evening?
We're doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
Oh,
super excited.
absolutely. I'll try really hard not to talk. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Jason, tell me a little bit about how you started with music.
So I started when I was 10 years old. I was riding in the car with my mama, and this Brad Paisley song came on the radio. It's called The World. And I heard that guitar solo in there, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I asked my parents, like, hey, can I please get a guitar? And they were not sure about it because I'd quit everything else, sports and all that. I just wasn't really into it. But thankfully, eventually I got that guitar, and um, you know, just been doing it since.
That's a long time. That's a long time. Awesome.
I know I'm old now.
No, you've just had years to
18
perfect your
years.
craft.
Almost 18 years,
years.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. How about you, Rebekah? How did you start with? I know you're kind of multi-talented, so how did you first start in entertaining?
So I always tell people that I was born with the theater bug bite. I've loved theater, never had stage fright in my life. It's just where I feel like I belong. But I guess like professionally, it really started my junior year in high school when I auditioned to work at Coney Island Amusement Park in Cincinnati. And then I ended up getting hired there as a live shows performer. So I was like a singer dancer for 8 shows a day, 6 days a week. And I did that for 4 summers in a row. So it was a lot of fun. I really loved it. From there, I ended up going to Northern Kentucky University to pursue a degree in musical theater performance. Ended up graduating with that degree. My plan was actually to work on cruise lines, but then I graduated in 2019. So the pandemic came up and then that plan didn't really happen. But then Jason came along, fell in love, and the rest is history. So once we started dating and we were engaged, he was like, okay, like you can sing. I think you could join the band. And then ever since then, I've just been the background singer, tambourine player girl.
You're very well, listen, you bring so much energy to that stage that it's
Thank you.
all of you are very energetic and so entertaining. I told poor Danny, you can't really move around much, but you're fantastic.
He's so good.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about some of your major influences, Jason. I know Brad Paisley, obviously. I'm going to have to edit this out. Hi. Okay, my dog's just busted in. Okay, that's
That's okay.
oh my gosh. Okay, I know Brad Paisley and I know Jason Aldean has affected you a little bit. I know that you do some covers of his, and I I can't even tell you what my favorite is. Well, I could. It's Drunk Dial, but that's your original. But so tell me a little bit more about some of your professional and or personal influences that you've had.
Yeah, so Brad on the guitar, I like how he writes the humor in his songs, and then Keith Urban,
Yeah.
his guitar playing is incredible too. That was a big influence on me. Um, Guitar too, like Slash from Guns N' Roses, like
Yes.
one of the first guitar solos I learned was "Welcome to the Jungle."
Okay.
So I don't know if I remember how to play it, but that was the first one I learned. Um, And then I really like Kenny Chesney's vocal quality, and Garth Brooks, just all around entertainer. So those would
Yeah.
probably be my big ones for sure.
Have you ever seen Garth live?
I have actually.
It's
I got
incredible.
my family tickets for Christmas or something one year when he came to, I believe it was US Bank in Cincy. I don't know. He did like 8 shows or something crazy. Yeah,
Okay.
sold every single one of them out, but because he's
Wow. Yeah, I know, because he's Garth. I saw him once and I cried. He brought me to tears. He was so dynamic. So it was um, it was very cool.
he's full of energy for sure.
Yeah. And you have I've met your parents. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to know you guys. But I've met your parents and they seem very, very supportive. So I imagine that that is very helpful in the career field that you're in.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very blessed with such supportive parents from the get-go.
Nice.
I decided I wanted to do it. They're all for it.
And they were all in. I love it. How about you, Rebekah? Who are some of your major influences, whether they be musical or dance theater or?
Yeah. So I would say originally when I was younger, someone I really looked up to and was like, I want to have their job one day is Julie Andrews. Um, First live musical I saw was The Sound of Music. Obviously, Julie Andrews wasn't playing in it, but then I watched the movie, still love the movie. She's amazing and all the things that she does. Because I've also really liked her in movies and acting and like that side as well. But currently I'm really into like worship music. I would love to, pursue that on the side. That would be so fun. And Brandon Lake, he's like a really big worship artist name, and he's so awesome. He's one of my favorite influences when it comes to music.
Nice, nice. Now when it comes to I don't want to say composer, singing and songwriting, the songwriting part, I know that most recently you guys have written, you kind of collaborated, I don't know, with just Rebekah or with your whole band, but it's one of my favorite songs. But how about the inspiration for, when you first started songwriting?
When I first started songwriting, I just kind of just dove in head first. You just try and you write 10 to 20 to 100 to 1,000 really bad songs, and then eventually you get a good one. It's kind of the luck of it.
Yeah. So you have like 10,000 for the showers only, and then the ones that you can perform in public.
Yeah. I've got so many voice memos of things that just never came to light, but you never know. Someday they might.
Yeah.
You never know. I get that.
Sometimes you just get that idea of like a one-liner and you're like, this would be an amazing song. And then you go to write it and you're like, it's not working.
Turns out nobody wants to hear about that. No, I'm sure that it's a lot of fun and a lot of frustration maybe, but the ones that I've heard that you've done are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And I can't wait for me to get your music into more people's ears. So I'm super excited about that. Even if it's just 5, right? I'm hoping hundreds, but even if it's just 5.
Yeah.
Drunk Dial, one of my favorites, and I really appreciate the just the story behind it. It makes me giggle every time I hear it. But so can you tell us a little bit here about what that song was originally about?
Yeah, so I had this friend that every time she would just drink a little bit, she would call me and she would like confess her undying love for me. And the issue with that is she had a boyfriend at the time, so that wasn't cool. And then it just kind of sparked that idea. And I actually wrote that chorus at a youth retreat. The chorus hit me and I was like, okay. I like walked out of the service and just went into the bathroom and just typed it out. And yeah, so I don't think I've ever shared that with anyone, but that hit me there. And I was like, I got to write this because I think this is a cool idea. But
I love it. I didn't know about the bathroom part, but I knew a little bit about the rest of the story. Rebekah, and this, you can elaborate as much or as little as you want, but is it kind of weird? You just get a lot of attention and Jason gets a lot of attention. And I know that you kind of have to just be prepared for that, but was it kind of like you thought it would be, or is it a little harder? Is it a little easier when, people were like, on my shoulder, Jason?
Right. So when we first started dating, it was definitely more tension because I was kind of jealous of the attention he was getting. He's obviously like singing about other girls that I'm like, I don't know who they are. But obviously, like as our relationship progressed and we're married now, very secure, happy relationship, it's more amusing. Obviously, at least me, I love attention. So the occasional crazy drunk guy, college guy up at the front of the stage confessing his love for me. And I'm like, I'm married. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's just funny at this point. And then it's, you know, he's cute and he's talented. So there are girls like, up to him all the time. But it doesn't bother me in a sense of like faithfulness whatsoever. I just think it's amusing. I'm like, you know what? You guys are right. He's cute. Like, I would be doing that too.
I love it. I love it. Out of all of the things that I've learned about all the different band members so far, even some things that I didn't learn, fun fact, I did not know you could play the piano until you did that tribute to, yeah, I had no idea until you did the tribute to, oh my gosh.
He,
Yes, Toby Keith. Bless
yes.
his heart. He was amazing. But yeah, I was like, the piano too? Are you serious?
Yeah, I've gotten better at it over the past couple months. I've been trying to work on that skill. I've always played a little bit, but nothing like how I play the guitar. And
Yeah.
I'm still not anywhere near that level on the piano, but I can get through the songs now. Just nothing too fancy.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I like your work on the piano, and I haven't heard much of it, but that song was awesome. But your
Thank you.
guitar work, I love you have a custom-made guitar that has flashy lights on it. It's
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's the best not the best venue, the most exciting venue that you've played? Because I know that as a fan, I have two of them that are my favorite. But what are some of your favorite venues to have played, whether it be because of the experience or just because of the, I don't know, the perks that you get or whatever it is.
Yeah. The two that come to mind are the Grizzly Rose. I'm actually wearing the shirt. You know, got the ties to Denver too, so
Right.
that one's always fun. And then the Wild Horse Saloon. I don't believe it's in Nashville anymore. It's Luke Combs actually just bought it, so
Ooh,
I'm not sure if it is that um, same title or not, or if it's his bar or not. I haven't been down there in a minute. But that place was always really cool. It was definitely gave you that big concert experience.
nice. How about you, Rebecca? What are some of your favorite venues?
For me, so this past year we've been in Vegas a lot, and we've been at the Losers Most Wanted bar in MGM. And it's, if you just look at the bar itself, it's a pretty quaint little corner, but I just love the atmosphere there. And we also have the opportunity to do acoustic shows there. And
Okay.
I love our band. Our band is amazing, but there's just something different about the more intimate acoustic setting and us getting to sing together that I just really enjoy. And that venue gives me that opportunity.
Yeah. I've only seen, aside from the acoustic here, I've only seen you do the acoustic versions of some of the songs when you guys was it in Put-in Bay or Columbus, and you did like a news show, a morning show, and
Yeah.
Danny
Oh,
was sitting on the bar. Yeah, that was really
Uh,
cool.
so we were on Good Morning Toledo.
Yeah.
Toledo
Okay,
Yeah, and
Toledo.
he
is
had
close.
like a publicist friend get him on that show.
Nice.
Just the logistics of it, it had to be acoustic, and that was also really fun.
Nice. Well, as a fan, my two favorites were obviously Grizzly Roses because it's Denver, it's my vibe, it was so much fun to see you guys there. And then when you guys did the outdoor show over at Miami Valley Gaming, that big outdoor stage, that was so much fun.
I honestly
Yeah.
forgot about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good time.
That was so cool. Danny said anytime he doesn't have to share a bed. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. I guess yeah, sometimes you might have
Yeah.
to do
Every
that.
once in a while.
Hashtag road life.
Yeah. And then I heard a story about someone getting locked in the van. I don't want to mention any names,
That was me.
Jason. You got locked in the back of the van.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I I think I've done that a couple times.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
yeah. And
That's
then
hilarious. And then there's another van story that you have that I found really amusing about um you had parked somewhere. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, in Chicago. We parked at a restaurant next to the venue we were playing at, and we asked the manager, like, is it okay if we park out here? And he said it was fine. We come out after the show and the Sprinter's gone. We're like, cool, you know,
Nice.
Chicago.
That,
But it's tight. It's so over. It's like tons of people, you know. I love Chicago. It's fun, but they're definitely more picky about their parking situations and everything, you know. So
sure.
that was like $500 or $600 later, we had the van back, and you know, we're on our way.
Nice. How do you find the situations with fans? I just from the fan standpoint, I really appreciate how intimate you guys are with getting to meet people and sign autographs and talk with people. How do you find that experience? Do you love it, or you're like, it's it's interesting?
No, I really do love it. I mean, I think, you know, the main part of doing this job is just to try to make people smile and have a good time. And, you know, if I can meet them and hear about their stories of the way music's touched them, or, you know, just that they had a good time, that's all that really matters to me.
Any parting thoughts or comments? At the very end of when we're talking, I would like for you to list all of the platforms that you're on, like how we can follow you. But any final thoughts? Any new and upcoming music? Little.
We are working on a new EP, and it's about ready to be sent off to get mixed and mastered. So we've got, in a few days, we're going to finish some stuff up, and then I think we should have some new music out here pretty soon. So excited about that.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to see you guys again. I know for sure I have Lori's on the brain already, so
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And then go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said it's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome. And then if you, I know that we can follow you at
Yes.
jasonowensmusic.com, and then there are a couple others.
Yeah. So all the social medias is at Jason Owens Music. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. What am I forgetting?
Is that how they would find Spotify?
Oh yeah, you can listen to music on Spotify. That's just Jason Owens. So
Perfect.
Spotify, Apple Music, and a whole bunch of other ones that
Okay.
I don't really pay attention to as much, but
Yeah.
they're there. I mean, because when you release the music, it goes out to like 1,000 places. It's crazy.
All the streaming
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys' time. I can't wait to see you again. Have a wonderful weekend, and until next time.
Sounds
Yes,
good,
thank
Terry.
you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording, and you guys have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait to see you again.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
You're welcome.